Author and Punisher with their sixth studio album, Beastland. Author and Punisher is a one-man industrial doom metal project from San Diego, California. I first became aware of him and his project when he guested on the latest Cattle Decapitation album, and that song sounds fucking terrifying, and it's great. He makes music using homemade, custom made machinery called drone machines, and they manipulate pitch, and gain to loops and samples for this very noise, ambient influenced industrial doom. It's very dark, it's very noisy, it's very terrifying. The way I describe it is, it's like the soundtrack to the robotic apocalypse. Like you play Fallout, and when you get away from the wasteland for more like the mutations, and you're into more like corporate eras, which is like loads of drones. This is what should be playing because it's fucking haunting as shit. Kurt Ballou does the production job, so you can understand why it's fucking terrifying. He of course, of Converge fame. This is a difficult listen. I don't know if that's because for me it's industrial and doom, not two things I particularly pay much attention to, but for me it took a few listens. It is that noise and ambient thing, like I said. It doesn't really cater to a traditional song set. The closest thing to that, where the noise influences are toned back a bit, so it is closer to more quote unquote traditional song. It's a song Apparition. Really gets his vocal performance out there, and he's not singing and it's not screaming. It's that like middle gap where it's like the gravelly. That was awful. I'll never do that again. Probably. But yeah, Apparition. One of my male favorite songs on there because it is you can hear him, and I always like it to, as much as I just said about lo-fi, I like to hear the actual vocalist actually sing. I think the reason why I gravitate more towards this is because it is doom metal, and like I said, I'm not au fait with doom. It goes closer to the sludge metal side of things, like Down and Crowbar, as opposed to more stoner side of things, which is all eclectic and just. I'm not a big fan of stoner. Really like sludge though. So yeah, it goes. Yeah, like I said. So with being more sludge, to me, I find it's more visceral and aggressive and a bit crunchier as opposed to stoner. I think. Well, Nihil. There's a song called Nihil Strength, and a lot of the song is just him repeatedly screaming the word Nihil Strength, and it sounds like a battle cry in a war against old CRT monitors. It's fucking haunting as shit. And despite the fact it is industrial and it's a very electronic album, it's probably one of the most extreme albums I've heard this year that I could actually make sense of and take in. And for me, it was hard to find a comparison. But if you like Godflesh, you'll really really enjoy this album. I saw a lot of crossover there, and if you are into that more niche band of that weird electro stuff, a one man project called Igor. That's Igorrr. If you're a fan of Godflesh, you're a fan of this. If you're a fan of this, you might be a fan of Igor. If you're a fan of both those things, you might be a fan of Author and Punisher. That made sense. So yeah, Author and Punisher, Beastland, Industrial Doom Metal. Go on, check it out.